Hello and welcome to another episode in a nutshell, Cyrils Brettspiele. My name is Nils and today we are taking a closer look to Coconuts, Korea board games or Mayday games as well. So, what is in the box? What are the rules? Very quick, very short, in a nutshell, like always. So we have this yellow cups and this red cups in the box. So you put the yellows in the red ones in the four corners and the yellows on top of it like this, and in the middle two yellows on top of each other, and you build a pattern 3 by 3 out of all of these cups. So this is a 4-player setup which I will make for you. Each player gets one of these player boards here, put it aside directly to the other cups here. So shut that single area, and everybody gets a little monkey. One of these plastic monkey figures, I will show you how it works. So they have these arms and they have a feather in it. So, and you place it with the back to the table. In addition to the game, there are 12 different action cards. I usually play without them, and today I play without them, but I will show you them. Usually each player gets 2 of these 12 cards randomly, and these have 6 different effects. On your turn, other players can blow. This means you have to close your eyes when you shot. This means aim a direct target. I explain it in a second. Before, this means far shot. You have to play not very close to the red line with the back of the monkey. You have to take an arm length away, and this is plus an additional shot, and this is lose your turn action. So, but again, we are playing without these cards today. First of all, it doesn't make any sense at all for me to show that in front of the camera, and yeah, it's far more easier to play it without. You don't have to play with it. One more thing I have to show to you. In addition, there are these coconuts, where the name from the game came from, and what you're doing on your turn is you place one of these coconuts here. I hope I can do it with one hand. Bring down the arms and release the arms. Doesn't work. So release the arms. I will try to get it a little bit better here. It's really hard. And he's here. That was too far. So let's try it with this one here. Left is not my strongest, just to let you know. The right, where I hold the camera with is my stronger arm. Now again it's falling down. But I explain you the rules again. What will happen when you hit one of these? When you hit one of these cups and the coconut is inside the cup, you get immediately the cup and place it on your player tableau. The next player on one of these wooden tree symbols. Then the next player clockwise is on play. He hits that one, blah blah blah, goes around the table. When you miss all of these, or when the coconut is jumping out of this cup again, you get nothing. The red ones means you have an additional shot, and so on and so forth. When you build up a pyramid out of 6 buckets like this, here you will immediately win the game. If not, no worries. When you're running out of coconuts, you can take the coconut that are lying still on the table, or if you're running out of coconuts in total, that means the game is over as well. This is another very, very, very cool dexterity game for kids from Mayday games. I really like it. It's also good as a drinking game, just to let you know. You can use shots and things like that. But anyway, we are talking about kids games so far, so let's skip the other part. So what I really like on it, so kids love to play it like this and try to use the arms. That was a good shot, by the way. Unfortunately, I was a little bit too close, so almost. Is it in the cup? Yeah, and see, it bounced into the cup here as well. And as we play it always, these cups are also available to take away. Of course, not if you have a pyramid of 6, but in this case, you would take, this is our house rules, you would take it and replace it, and because it's a red one, you get an additional shot. So with our rules, it doesn't say it very clear in the rule book. The rule book is not really good. With our house rules, it's totally allowed to steal the cups from the other players. So again, in a nutshell editions, I will give you a little bit of experiences with my family and my friends. My first introduction to this game was roughly a year ago, maybe 1.5 years ago. We had a game day at an elementary school back in London, Canada, and that was so funny. One of the teachers had this game and brought it to them, and the kids were freaking out. There were 2 games at that day, which were the games of the day, I would say. One was Flying Socks, my In a Nutshell edition, episode number 1, and this one. Both of them were crowded every time, packed with kids. Kids, yeah, more or less, you know, elementary school kids are always not really super friendly. They more or less fight it to get their spot to these games. So it was always loud, everybody was screaming, and this is a perfect sign for me for a good game. The only downside with this game here is these coconuts. And it's not because of the quality of the coconut, they are feeling good, everything is fine with it, but they are flying around off the table. So if you have a dog, a cat, or if you have kids that are not really good in cleaning up, all that stuff, you lose immediately a lot of these coconuts because they are flying around, falling under the table, falling into little areas. Little spots where you can't get it out. All the stuff can happen. So this is the only downside with this game. So maybe you have to replace these coconuts later on with some substantial. Anyway, but this is the only downside of the game of coconuts. And I can only say I can't wait to play that with my little daughter. Unfortunately, she's a little bit too young for that game. I would suggest for this game, let's say 5+, maybe 4+. But she needs a little bit more to adjust her skills, and don't do that. She is usually taking these, and I can't wait to play coconuts with my little girl. Maybe I will do another outtakes video with her, just if she's playing with these apes, these little monkeys here. She's screaming, monkey, 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 the monkeys with the blue eyes, and that is very funny, but unfortunately she's not good in playing that game so far. So, this was another episode of In a Nutshell, Cyrils Brettspiele. My name is Nils, and yeah, Mayday games, coconuts. What can I say more to this great game than just buy it? Bye bye.